Hello, and welcome to another virtual dose of vitamin Z, where we bring the Detroit Zoo to you. My name is Zahraa. I'm an education specialist here at the Detroit Zoological Society, where we celebrate and save wildlife every day. And today is another episode of Animal Mysteries and Misconceptions. Each episode, we take an animal misconception or story we might have heard and figure out whether it's fact or fiction.
Have you ever been accused of burying your head in the sand to bad news and out comes like an ostrich? Is there any truth to that phrase, or have we given life to a phrase that frames ostriches as cowardly without any truth to the rumors? We'll find out on this episode of Animal Mysteries and Misconceptions, but first, let's learn a little more about the large bird whose actions have inspired the phrase. Ostriches are the largest and the heaviest birds in the world. While they can't fly, the misconception about them hiding from predators is not true. Despite the phrase, when ostriches are threatened, they typically run away, not hide. Ostriches can sprint in short bursts of up to 43 miles per hour. Combined with a stride of over 10 feet wide, they can get away quickly. When an ostrich senses danger and cannot run away, they'll drop to the ground and remain still. Because their heads and necks are lightly colored, they blend in with the color of the soil. So while it looks like they might be burying their heads, they're really lying in wait. At over 6 feet tall, ostriches have long legs that make powerful weapons, capable of killing potential predators like lions with a forward kick. So how did this misconception about ostriches come from? Burying your head in the sand means you're putting your head down and ignoring negative outcomes because that's easier than dealing with them. We already know that isn't what ostriches typically do when they spot a predator, but because they have their heads down for various reasons, a misconception about ostriches was born. While observing ostriches, people made assumptions about their behaviors, suggesting that ostriches believe that as long as you can't see them, they can't see you. But the facts are, ostriches usually have their heads down when they're looking for food or when they're caring for the eggs in their nests, not because they're hiding. Ostrich eggs are huge, the largest of any bird egg, and each female ostrich lays about 7 to 10 eggs. They typically live in groups. The dominant hen guards the eggs during the day, and the lone male ostrich guards them at night. This nest is huge because it needs to hold over 60 eggs. Ostriches build their nests by digging a large hole in the dirt. Throughout the day, the ostrich puts her head into the hole and churns the eggs. This helps with the incubation of the eggs, making sure that the eggs survive into chicks. But it also makes it look like she's burying her head in the sand. These behaviors that make it look like ostriches are burying their heads in the sands only explain part of where the misconception comes from. An equally important part is how humans see birds. Ostriches and many birds are accused of being less intelligent than other animals. Reflect on the phrase of being called bird brain, and you'll see that we have a lot of these negative perceptions of birds. There is no evidence to support that birds aren't intelligent. Different bird species display signs of intelligence in many ways. Things like complex mating calls and dances, advanced social groups, and an ability to work together to survive. Even the fact that birds are master navigators shows how intelligent they are. Some birds, like crows, are even capable of using tools, an advanced skill that for many years humans thought belonged exclusively to mammals. So the next time you hear the phrase burying your head in the sand, remember that it is based on a misconception about ostriches and use that fact to motivate you to solve your predicament instead of hiding from it. Thank you for joining me for this Mysteries and Misconceptions episode. See you next time, where we take on another animal misconception and separate the fact from the fiction.